year, we received over 800 plus applications. And following a rigorous and highly competitive selection process, 200 delegates were selected to participate. This selection reflects excellence, potential, and responsibility. And our delegates, I hope you take pride in your achievements.
If you think that, for example, the president who has great aspirations for you guys, or Dr. Jala, will change your life, you're not thinking the right way. Their job is to create a healthy environment in which you can evolve. But what you do with your life, that is your choice again. So,
you are heard, not as a formality, but as a principle. There can be nothing for you without you. And being heard carries responsibility. Because when your voice enters a national space, it must move beyond expression to contribution.
We are gathered here to announce that the student movement of Liberia is entering a new chapter. A more disciplined in thought, more strategic action, more constructive in its activity and determined than ever to help shape the destiny of our republic.
And leadership starts with what we do in our schools, what we do in our homes. We sit down and point hands to the politicians and say they are corrupt. But corruption starts where? From student leadership. I was a student leader at the University of Ghana. Okay? When we go for our elections, is it free and fair? When they entrust you with students' dues, do you manage it responsibly? So those are the things that we have to look at. That responsibility, leadership, starts from our homes. Do we listen to our parents? When we have conflicts at home, how do we solve them? Do we listen to each other? The minister said what? That she doesn't want to speak to you, but she wants what? Listen to you.
So our Liberian tradition, I think we should preserve over the next decade, is going to be the language barrier. So we have a curriculum in Liberia that offers a student to learn French, to learn other people's languages. So I feel like a thing we can preserve over the decade is getting Liberian students to know their mother tongue. That should be implied in our curriculum, like getting Bassa students to learn Bassa.
That brings me to my second point. You are not only being heard, you are being trusted. Trusted to think seriously about the system you are part of. Trusted to engage beyond your individual experiences. Trusted to contribute ideas that can inform decisions. Trust is, however, not passive. It requires effort. It requires honesty. And it requires a willingness to move from reaction to reflection. This is what turns participation into leadership. And that is what this symposium is ultimately about.